An interesting day, and I know that the topic seems to be, why didn't the market rally more? Well, we'll get to that in a minute. Let's look at what is going on with regard to CPI. I've been concentrating on the year-over-year core, and as you look at it for the third consecutive month at 2.8, it's going sideways, and it isn't at 2%. But as you can see, we are at the lowest levels 3 months in a row. We haven't seen these levels of inflation going back to the first quarter of 2021. So even though it is good news, the amount of progress we're making year over year has been rather limited. I think that's why there was so much excitement early, because the monthly numbers really did look better than expected, up 110. So many are thinking the 3 and 6 month numbers ahead are going to be much more cooperative. Now, as you look at a chart of 2s and 10s, you can clearly see that they dropped rather aggressively at 8:30 Eastern. And if you blur your eyes a little bit, you can see at 1 o'clock Eastern, the orange, the 10-year also dropped because, as Kelly said, we had a really good 10-year auction. Finally, the one thing that isn't so good is the dollar index. It is starting to look like it may challenge some of its lowest closes that we've had this year, and that goes back a ways. We want to pay very close attention to this 98.5 area. And finally, back to the original question. I think that we're going to get a lot of sessions, Kelly, where we say, why don't we get more horsepower out of good news on trade? And I think the answer really is simple. If you look at where the Dow, the S&P, and NASDAQ were on Liberation Day on the 7th of April, the Dow was at 37,006. The S&P was, what, 4982, and the NASDAQ was about 15,260. That's why we've come a long way. And why have we come a long way with very little real hard data? Because of the outcomes we're seeing now. Much of this is priced in, and I really suspect as we get potentially more news down the road, if it's good news, you might see many more sessions exactly like today. Back to you.
All right, good news maybe is the new flat. Rick Santelli, thank you very much.